If you're driving your car and you let go of the wheel and it starts to veer one direction, starts to veer right, there's an easy way to fix that. If it pulls to your right, you want to let a little air out of your left front tire. If it pulls to the left, you want to let a little air out of your front right tire. Now that we've let a little air out, we let go of the wheel, and the car's going straight. It's not veering where the road's turning, but the car's driving straight. This is what we call a redneck front end alignment. Now you can sell your car to some unsuspected poor soul, never know the difference. You'll get more money for your car. Now, I'm not saying to actually do this. I'm just sharing this with you so you know what to look for. They call it when you buy a used car, kicking the tires. I'm just showing you what you're looking for. When you buy a used car, you want to make sure you look over things. One of the things you look over is to make sure there's a good air pressure in all the tires. When you test drive it, that way you know if it's got a front end issue, if it's pulling left or right. There's a lot of crooked people out there that are willing to take advantage of you and put your family in harm's way by putting you in a subpar car, a car that's not safe as it should be, under false pretenses. So when you buy a used car, you gotta kick the tires a little bit. Here's a few other tips for you when you're out there looking to buy a used car. Check this out. If you can jack the front end of the car up and you can take and shake your front tire, if you wobble it left to right, that's probably going to be a problem with your tie rod end. If you wobble it top to bottom, that's probably a ball joint. We just want to work the tire and see if it moves. It shouldn't move a whole lot at all. You also want to look at your front tires from straight on. Look at the tire and see how the wear is. Is it wearing evenly across the tire? If it's wearing irregularly, one side of the tire is wearing more than the other, the alignment's not right. Take a $1 bill or $5 bill, put it behind the exhaust pipe, and see what it does. If it sucks that $1 bill back in that tailpipe, it's probably a burnt exhaust valve. Something to know. If through the exhaust pipe you see the car expelling some smoke, some smoke's not as bad as other smoke. You don't want any smoke, but white smoke, now that's steam. Probably got a crack in your head or your head gasket or something that's taking in a little bit of water. Not a huge problem, but it is an issue. If you see some blue smoke coming out of your tailpipe, now that's oil. The car's burning oil. Black smoke outside your tailpipe, that's the least of your issues. That's carbon. Still an issue, still affects the life of the car, but you know, it's not that big of a deal unless it's just choking you out or something. You also want to look underneath your car and inside the door wells, the door panels, and look for like a wear line where there may have been, if the car was submerged, that water will leave a stain to wherever that level was of the water. Watch for the lines inside the door panel and underneath the car. There's a line of mud laying in there. That's where it's a submerged car. Sometimes these submerged cars will be moved to you to sell, and they won't disclose the fact that they were submerged. A lot of these car dealers, they won't tell you all this stuff, but some of these cars have been wrecked and repaired. Retitled cars. So what you want to do is take your finger and run around the trunk panel, the hood panel, make sure it's all uniform. Make sure you run around your doors, make sure they open and shut well. If a car's been retitled or rebuilt, refurbished, you'll have some signs of something not being completely tight and right. Something to look for. You can always ask for the Carfax, check it out yourself. If you're buying from an individual, you can always look at that individual's house, even from the curb. If it looks tight and right and well kept and maintained, you don't have a toilet seat in the front yard and grass up to your knees. If he maintains his house, he probably maintains the car pretty well. Look, if you're out buying cars like I do, I go out and buy these Band-Aid cars for a couple grand. I feel like I get my money's worth better that way. I ain't worried about how it looks. I'm worried about making money. Like my daddy always told me, he used to say, Jim, I buy a car so I can make money. I don't make money so I can go out and buy a car. Cars are a tool. There you go, folks. A couple handy dandy tips if you're out used car shopping. Buyer beware. They're not looking after your best interest, they're looking after their best interest. They may act like your friend, they may act like they care, but used car shopping at these car lots, always go home and sleep on it. If they tell you you got to buy that car right now, oh, today's the last day of this sale, or today's the last day of the special. You got to buy that now or give me a down payment or something. It's probably going to get away from it. I already got 3 or 4 people looking at this car. I don't know if I can hold it for you. I don't know. You better hang on to this. Tell them let it go. There's another deal around the corner. You practice jumping on deals like that, you're going to get burnt for sure. If you can't go home and sleep on it, check with a friend, a neighbor, a father, a parent, father-in-law, your buddy. Always go home and sleep on it. Well, there you go, folks. As always, share this video. Some of these tips might help people. They've always helped me. This video, big old thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know some tips you may have. We got to help each other out. Subscribe to this channel. You can see my weekly videos as I post them weekly. And if you set your notifications right, you can get an email every time I upload a video. Thanks for watching. Pow.